Hello riders, how are you today? In this video we're going to talk about most popular locks on the market, and I'm gonna tell you 8 very useful tips to protect your motorcycle. Stay with me. We love our motorcycles, it doesn't matter how much they cost. Our worst nightmare is to find out that the bike is stolen. I don't want even to think about it. Let's see what we can do to prevent this happens. The first barrier against the thieves is your ignition key system. It doesn't matter how difficult it is to unlock it, or how many million combinations the key has, or what kind of profile it is, it will be broken in just few seconds. The bad guys will use a special tool known as a breaker. It's a hard piece of steel, imitates the shape of your key. They will insert it in your ignition, and with the help of small wrench like this, they will turn it into the right. So the first click, they will release your forks, and with the second, they will start your engine. So simple, no more than 10 seconds. If your bike is built after 2000, you might have immobilizer system. The system won't let the engine start unless it's made with the original key. Oh, that's very nice, now you can go and sleep well. Not really, because if you're owner of some of the expensive brands like BMW 1000R or some kind of Ducati, you have to know that the thieves already have a special software to start your engine without any key. Also, it is a bike, it is not a car. It is easy to be pushed out from your garage and loaded in the van or in the trailer. You have to think for some kind of hardware to protect your motorcycle. Let's see what we have in the shop. Simple disc lock from 10 euro, and more expensive another brand 15-20 euros. U-lock, these cable locks from Abus again. So Abus got this security level system from 0 to 22. This is number 7. I think the largest number was 22. So 2 more options from Abus, about 30 euros each. Security level 5 and 6. And here are the chains. So the first model is with a padlock. Security level 19. So this is with integrated locking system. I think this was the best here. Number 20. Another one option with disc lock. So you can use only the disc lock or the chain with the disc lock. Number 19. And then we have disc locks with alarm system. 100 decibels. The first one was cheaper, about 100 euro, and this one is a little bit more expensive, about 150 euro, again with alarm system. Number 19, security number 19. And this is a big chain with a locking system and alarm system. That's all. Okay, you saw many options. Let's make a better look on it. First, we'll start with the cheaper option, cable lock. So these are very cheap, very useful, very handy. They're very light, you can lock it everywhere. You can lock your luggage, you can lock your front wheel or your helmet. Yeah, they're very nice, but they can be easily cut for a few seconds with one of these. No more than 20 seconds. The second option is disc lock, like this. You can lock it on your front wheel, on the disc, and actually you stopping your motorcycle of moving. If somebody wants to push your motorcycle, it's not going to be possible. It's a very clever and smart decision. Problem is that some of these disc locks, especially the one with the round key system here, could be opened with a simple pen. The rest can be easily destroyed with chisel and hammer. Then we have some more serious and more expensive stuff like disc locks with alarm system. Wow, that is very nice. So the idea is that if you try to move the motorcycle or even touch it, this alarm will scream with 100 decibels around your neighborhood, and everybody will come and help you to protect your motorcycle. That's nice, but is it really like this? Let me show you something.
I will soak this towel with water.
Because I don't have a disc lock with alarm system, for the purpose of that experiment, I will use just a simple personal alarm gadget. It is work with the same 100 decibels. So what I'm gonna do is just will stick it here on that disc lock. And now watch, or most important, heard what is going on. Activate the alarm. Do you think somebody will hear that? Just to let you know that I did it with a small towel. You can make it with bigger towel or some better materials, and you can almost eliminate any noise. Sometimes the alarm starts itself without any reason, and I'm pretty sure when it happens few times during the night without any reason, without any problems, you will turn it off, and at the end you will have a very expensive disc lock. Another one famous system is a grips lock. So this gadget basically lock your throttle and the front brake, so you can't move the motorcycle, you can't twist the throttle. Very smart. Yes, it's a great idea, but I don't know what the designers are thinking when they did it, because if you cut the brake line with one of these, it will release the pressure and no more brakes. Also, you can cut the brake lever very easy, again with one of these, because they are made from aluminum, and then you're free to go. Also, this brake lever is connected to the handlebar with one bolt. You can unscrew the bolt and you'll release it. So easy. For the rest, like U-locks, padlocks, chains, or any kind of locking devices, the bad guys will have universal key, and it's called bolt cutter. If the chain is wider than 10 or 12 millimeters, they will use a battery grinder and will cut almost everything for less than 1 minute. Let's say that you park your motorcycle right in front of your bedroom window. You went to sleep relaxed because you know if the bad guys came, if they try to cut your disc lock, if they use a bolt cutter or grinder, you'll hurt everything and you'll wake up and call police and the game is over. That's okay, but what they could do is just they will use a slider with the rollers underneath or simple skateboard to load your front tire and move the bike on the next street, and then we'll try to unlock it, cut it, or even load it in the van or trailer and go. Yes, in this case, a big chain lock around post or tree will help, but how many of you are living on the first floor and your bedroom window is faced to the motorcycle? All the locks, chains and so on are built and designed to slow down the thieves. Once you accept that, the rest is easy. In your garage or in your home, you can make anything. You can bolt a big hook to the ground or to the wall and use a big chain to support it. Me, for example, in front of my building, I just park the motorcycle behind my car and stick it with my car, so there is no possible way to come inside and use a trailer or van to load it. I'm pretty sure each one of you found a clever solution to protect the motorcycle right in front of your home. But it's a different story when you have to travel. You can't take this big chain with you because it will weigh 10 or 12 kilograms. And now what? How to protect our motorcycles? Be patient, I'm gonna tell you. But let me explain you something before that. There is no such a thing like 100% secure. Even the armored cars are built and designed to hold heavy machine gun fire for 5 or 10 seconds. Enough time for professional driver to escape from the scene and save his life and the life of the passengers in the car. If he can't do it, the result will be something like this. The question is still there. How to choose? What to buy? How to protect our motorcycles? Choose the one which provides the maximum security. You can orientate it easy using the charts of ABUS from 0 to 22. When you're at home, it is obvious it's going to be chain or some kind of serious lock. That is understandable. But when you're traveling, you'll need something lighter. Many of you guys ask me what I use, and it's not a secret. I'm gonna show you. I use this simple disc lock from Abus. It looks so unserious, but believe me, it is. The name is Granite 68 Victory X Plus. It's a very tough device. Once you lock it on your disc, it's almost impossible to break it with anything, even with the bolt cutter. You can't do it because there is no space, you can't put the bolt cutter here. It's designed against bolt cutter. Of course, they can try to cut it with battery grinder, but it will be very difficult because there is no space. It's maybe they will cut the disc before the actual device. Just to let you know that I am not paid from Abus. I really use this device for many years. You can see it on the pictures here. I use it in all of my trips, everywhere I go, and I highly recommend this device to each one of you. The price is about $150. Yes, it is not cheap, but believe me, it's worth any single cent. I will leave a link in the description below. So guys, as you can see, I don't have the magic formula or magic device or unbelievable gadgets to save your motorcycle. But what I have is 8 very useful tips. They are obvious, they cost nothing, but we forget it almost every time. Tip number 1. Never ever park your motorcycle on the area with no people. We're living in the cities, not in the forest. It shouldn't be difficult to find the proper space. In front of the coffee, where the people are standing outside, or in front of the restaurant, famous shop, or in busy public places. You can use the existing surveillance system in your favor. Any big office, shop, bank or petrol station got cameras outside. Park your motorcycle underneath, lock your disc and you'll be fine. Of course, it could be stolen even from those locations, but it will be much more difficult, and at least somebody will see it or the cameras will have it and you will have a chance to find it later. Tip number 2. Never park your motorcycle next to the road. If you have a chance, go on the sidewalk, go to area not accessible with cars. If the bad guys want to load your motorcycle into the van or trailer, they need to push it to that position. And before that, if you lock your disc or if you have a chain, it will almost eliminate that possibility. So this reminds me about my next tip. Tip number 3. Disc lock position. Instead of locking your front wheel, lock your rear wheel or your sprocket. For 2 people, it will be very easy to lift your forks and just move your motorcycle to the desired direction. But if you lock your rear wheel, they need to lift it. For 2 people to lift a 200 kilograms motorcycle, it's impossible. They need to be 4 or more. Tip number 4. Use 2 locks instead of 1. Lock your front and your rear wheel. This will discourage the thieves. They are lazy and they will looking for another victim. Tip number 5. Cover the bike. There is a famous words. The cat never eat the covered milk. When your motorcycle is not covered, it's easy to see what kind of protection you use. Once they know, they can prepare better and come later and take your bike. Tip number 6. Attach something to the bike. If you're sleeping in the camping area, example, use one of the ropes of your tent and attach it to the motorcycle. If somebody tries to move the motorcycle, it will move the whole tent. It sounds very funny, but in the middle of the night when it's dark, they will probably miss that rope. Also, you can use one of these personal alarms exactly the same way. You can attach it somewhere to the bike, and if they move it, it will be something like that. It will be a nasty surprise for the thieves. Tip number 7. When we install our disc locks, we usually just put it like that, face to the road, to be easy for us to access it with the key. But instead of that, just fix it opposite, face to the wheel. Yes, it will be difficult for you to access it because of the wheel, because of the spikes and the disc itself and the sprocket, but it will be almost impossible to the thief to put a chisel and hammer in, or just to try any kind of creative ways to destroy. And my last tip, number 8. Think as a thief. I know you are not, but just try for a minute. Just think how you can take this bike, what you can do in the current situation. It will help you to see the weak points and to try to eliminate it. So guys, those were my tips. They cost nothing, but they will help you to protect your motorcycle much better than any expensive device you can buy from the shop. Thank you very much for watching. If you find this information useful, please like and subscribe for a new video every week. Ride safe. Ciao.